Good morning, peoples. Actually, it's good early morning for you guys. Um, Going into Tuesday trading. So what I have is just a single update. Think of it as Group A for Curve. Okay. The only difference is since they have 7 funds, they've allocated their Group B. They don't call it that, but week 4 group they have two. Group 3 week they have two. Week group second week is two, and then the first one is singular. It's TSLP, which is their Tslp if you're thinking in YieldMax terms. So let me show you just the pass for a second and explain again what they're doing, because this will confuse a few people. I know there's not that many people in the KURV funds, but again, I've gone through the history and shown in particular Tslp and Goop versus GUI, and Tslp versus TSLP. There's significant advantages over the last year with those two funds, and almost all, like 5 out of the 6, are won by KURV when you consider total, okay, total return. But listen, I get it. I know several of you, and I buy into this. If my total return is 3 percentage points in favor of say TSLP, it's not, but let's say it was, and you're saying, hey, but Tesla is double, twice. Tesla is paying twice as much as TSLP from Curve. So that means the NAV erosion, NAV loss is big, but hey, I'm getting the money every month or every week through the year. So I'm going to get into that in a second. These are monthly payers, except what they did, similar to YieldMax and their 6, 7 funds, is they are paying in weekly groups. It's still basically a monthly pay. You're only going to get paid by a single fund once a month, right? And that happens to you. Take NVIDIA, take Coney, take Tesla, take um, Misty. Those are kind of the kingpins of group A, B, C, D. Then you keep on adding others, but that Misty doesn't pay 4 times in the month. Coney doesn't pay 4 times in the month. So these don't either. So let's jump in here. So TSLP, their Tesla fund, okay, it closed yesterday at 28.32. So the declaration date is February 4, right? So I have a closing price over here from the day before, right? Because you always do that before the declaration. So then we have 5 and 6. So ex dividend. All right. Looks like that row needs to be a little bigger. It still didn't get it bigger without messing up 3. Okay. Let me just go here. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go to the row height and make that 25. Okay. Oh, I still got one that's not the right. Okay. So you got ex dividend and you got pay date, right? That's what you guys care about if you're in this. This is declare. Okay. So 4, 5, and 6, $1. Okay. If you, I'm going to take you back to the monthly in a minute. So calculating the yield on that 45.9, you got $1. It's currently trading at 28.32. Okay. As of the close of the third. All right. Let's go to the monthly for a second. So last month it was $1.30, right? And you go across here, it's been various prices throughout the period, right? We got an October, we got a November, we got a December. So $1.30, 59, 49, 51, 51, 49. So it's still a good um, distribution amount. But So what was happening, now I'm going to go into this. So you had your monthlies just every month on the same date, like YieldMax used to be. You had their 7 funds, their Netflix, their Tesla fund, their Apple, their Google, their Amazon, their Microsoft, and their QQQ, the tech titans in there. And you can go read about that on the KURV website. So what they did was they set up, starting the first week in February, with Tesla income fund from KURV, which is TSLP. I'll break these into two so I can list each one. But second week, which will be next week, on 2/11, on Tuesday they'll declare. Ex-dividend will be Wednesday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, they'll pay on Thursday. So that's what they're doing here in week 2. So there'll be 2 of these. So this will stretch out, and then I'll start tracking their this way. Again, they're not weekly payments, but they're weekly groups, and you guys get it. Anybody that's in YieldMax will understand it. Someone that didn't, that's why I'm going into a bit more greater detail. So why did KURV break these into groups? Because a lot of you guys, okay, and it came from YieldMax because of the popularity, and then Roundhill really killed it with the indexes, right? They have their indexes. The problem is you really can't write your options, okay, very well to have these pay on the weekly basis. On the index, you can do daily options and you have a lot of opportunity to pay weekly. But on these single stock funds, and I know in KURV's case, most of their option writing is at the monthly level. Okay. So they're more consistent with their NAV because they only have to be right once a month rather than 4 times a month. And that's the simple math. But if you're right more often in the 4 times a week, say you're right 3 out of 4 and monthly is average, then you're going to probably pay more dividend income, but your NAV isn't going to be as stable. And that's really the difference in KURV and YieldMax from a close examination and watching these guys and comparing all the details. All right. So next week, you'll see Amazon here, and then you'll see Microsoft, AMZP, MSFY. These are excellent to consider, people. If you're just in the YieldMaxes alone, you really should try some of these. As I said, those two in particular stand out. Um, the Tesla and the Google. They just do, the KURV is just does a better job. Now, some of it's the dynamics of Tesla. Tesla for through Tesla has not been a great fund for YieldMax. It just simply hasn't. And in KURV, it has been much better. They've done better in that. All right, so next week I'm going to have two, followed by the week of 2/18, Apple and Google, 2/25, Netflix and their titans. Read about which stocks. I'll go over it next time. I have that detail somewhere. I just didn't plan it for today. And then the cycle repeats. Think of Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. They're just simply calling it week 1 of the month, week 2, week 3, week 4. All right, guys, this is Bruce with Targeted Wealth Creation, letting you know what the Tesla Income Fund, TSLP, is paying this week, which is a monthly payer, right? All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Have a great trading week, investing week, work week, whatever it brings you, vacation. All right, guys, bye for now.